Hello. How do I stop my what's your name? Hello, SF Rose. How are you? So, oh, I'm hot. Y'all, hold on 1 second. So, I just wanted to come on for a minute because I'm in the middle of doing stuff. And SF Rose, I know you're probably mad because I didn't text you. I didn't call you and tell you I was coming on. Hey, Tay. But this is just some motivation. If you can hear me, I just want you to listen to the words that I'm saying. I hope that the music is not too loud. But what do you do about the negative guy that's trying to bring you down? What do you do when you have all these people that's in your face, not giving you the motivation and the love and the support that you actually need? What do you do? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my hair. So I'm in the middle of trying to figure out how to use iMovie because I upgraded. And whenever you upgrade, that means you need to learn how to do something else. So you have all these people that's looking at you and they're wondering, where is Yoyo? Or, I mean, just in life, period. You know, what do you do when the world is trying to figure you out? It's quick and simple. You just totally ignore them. You ignore the world because you have things to do. You know what you need to do. You know what your mind has told you. You done mapped it out in your mind. Even if you haven't, it's all about dedication. Y'all, I'm on one tonight when I tell you, sometimes you lose your mind because you're trying to figure out what you need to do, but then you feel like you're on everybody else's schedule. You're not on everybody else's schedule. You're on your own schedule. Okay, you didn't make an upload. You didn't upload a video. Okay. Is the police coming? Do you hear any sirens? Is somebody coming to take you to jail? Is anybody coming? What did you commit a crime because you didn't upload this week? Did you commit a crime because you didn't wash your car this week? Everybody's looking at you like, well, what you supposed to be doing? What you supposed to be doing? Why are you looking? Don't, y'all, when I tell you I came on one, when I tell you, whoo, I just want to motivate everybody. While everybody's watching you and what you're doing, and they not doing what they need to be doing, you're the one that's leveling up. That's right. Because life don't start until there's action. And if the other person is just sitting there watching you, they're not doing nothing. They watching you because you are doing something. And they trying to figure it out. And it's okay. Sometimes you're going to fail. Sometimes it's going to be painful. Sometimes you're going to be discouraged. Sometimes you're going to test yourself to the brink of insanity. What am I doing? That's what you're going to be asking yourself. What? Why? What? Who? But when I tell you, it's not going to be easy all the time, y'all. No matter what you do in life, not this YouTube channel, not your relationship, not your job, not your kids, not your mom, not your health. Everything's not always going to be easy. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? You gonna give up? No, can't give up. There's something that you cannot level up without. It's perseverance. You can't level up with perseverance. I see some of y'all are in the chat. I'm not even looking at the chat right now because I'm on one. I just need to just motivate you to just, if you on my channel, then this is what you're here for, is motivation, because this is what I do. I'm changing into fashion as well, but I still got to have my motivation because I have to motivate myself. I show up for myself. I used to didn't, but I show up for myself right now. Do you show up for yourself? What does showing up for yourself look like? Tell me now. What does showing up for yourself look like? It could just be putting on night clothes. Do some of y'all just go to bed without any night clothes? Just go to bed, just say, I'm just gonna go to bed. I don't even care. I just, maybe showing up for yourself is actually putting on a nightgown or some shorts or some kind of ensemble. Maybe showing up for yourself is just giving yourself a massage, a facial massage. Maybe showing up for yourself is just putting on clothes that match. But what does it look like for you to show up for yourself? What does it look like for you to be the best version of yourself? When nobody's watching, what are you doing? See? Is it lights, camera, action as soon as somebody is watching you? So now you looking all good and you want to smell all good for everybody else. What are you doing for yourself when the lights are off and nobody is seeing you but yourself? What are you doing for you? I encourage you to do you. I encourage you to be the best version of yourself in the dark when no one's watching, because you need to feel good for you. If you can't feel good for you, no one has anything coming. Not your mama, not your kids, not your husband, not your wife. If you don't feel good about yourself, everybody else is going to suffer, because you're never going to be wholehearted. You're not whole. You don't feel like you somebody. Sometimes we let negative things that has happened to us in our childhood stop us from moving forward. You know, when mama said that you shut up, sit down, all of those things that has happened. Those past things. Hey, Cubs. Hey, Hanny. Fable, what's going on? Y'all, I can't look at y'all right now. I got stuff on my chest. I got to say it from my chest. Now, there's things that you got to realize that you have to show up for yourself. Because besides praying to God, who gonna bail you out? Who gonna bail you out? You have to remember that we have a God that will help. Do you know what help means? You can't sit down and just say, well, oh God, help me, God. You got to get up and do something for the help. Now, if you can't do anything, of course he's going to be there for you. But I'm talking about, what are you going to do for yourself so that he can just help you and push you along? There's no life without action. You got to move, everybody. And I'm going to tell you something. Don't feel Don't feel bad because you're not moving the way you used to move. Because life takes you on different journeys. Sometimes you can move fast, but sometimes you got to sit back and regroup and move a little slower so that you can get to the destination. Yeah. Sometimes you got to look where I'm going. Okay, where I'm going. You have to see where you're going. And sometimes running so fast, you be ran into something and die. You have to move though in order to see progress. You gotta move, y'all. You gotta form some kind of habits. Something that you can do on a ritual basis that's gonna get you to the level you need to get to. Y'all, I'm talking to myself while I'm talking to you. Y'all know how I am. I'm talking to myself while I'm talking to you. I have to remember the things that I'm saying because I am human. Do I want things? Yes. I want things so bad sometimes, but sometimes I don't even know how to get it. Sometimes I embark on on a journey that I didn't even map out. Is that you? Now, I'm not talking about you just out here just doing whatever. Sometimes you think you know what you're doing. And come to find out as you're going into that journey, you really didn't know as much as you thought. So what do? Just keep on walking? Or do you just sit back for a minute, regroup? That's what I'm here to talk to y'all about. We have to push through the pain, y'all. Whatever the pain is, let's recycle the pain. Let's recycle the pain of whatever it is that we're going through. Recycle the pain. Some people might be saying, oh, well, you don't know me, Yo-Yo. You don't know me. I'm sickly. I got ailments. They said that they say I might not make it. Don't let what you can't do stop you from what you can do. My mother's 81 years old, and I was talking to her about some things. And she said, oh, I'm too old. I'm too old, girl. Those days is past. I said, mine's not over until the last breath. It's not over until the last breath. You want to take your last few days looking up in the ceiling like, yeah, well, they said I might not make it. They said that it might be over for me in the next 24 hours. 24 hours come, another 24 hours, a year come, 2 years come, and you still looking up in the ceiling. It ain't over until the last breath. Can't no man tell you what your destiny is other than God. Okay? So don't let what you can't do stop you from doing what you can. I don't think y'all heard me. Somebody give me my fan. Woo! Push through the pain. It gets hard, but keep working it out. It's hard sometimes. Sometimes you have to smile when you don't want to, just so that you can get the check you need in order to help your family. But somebody, co-worker, boss may have said something that you might not want to go to jail for knocking them out. But you have to smile, grin, and bear it because somebody is counting on you. Push through the pain. Push through the uncertainty. Keep getting up. Keep striving. Y'all, I'm talking to you and I'm talking to myself. Your actions are not in vain. Don't waste your time because you haven't wasted your time. If you are a YouTube content creator, this is for you as well. This message is for you as well. You did not come on this channel so that you can feel like, I don't know what. Look, keep pushing. YouTube not about to take your channel down. So you got time. You got time to figure it out. Oh, they getting 12,000 views in 5 minutes. So why are you over there looking at why put a blinder on? Why are you looking at what other people's doing in their life? You don't know why they get that. You don't have no idea. You have no clue. Well, it's probably my thumbnails. I don't know. It's my thumbnails. It might be anything. Who knows? People might know them. It might be their time. Who knows? All you can do is worry about you. Show up for yourself. That's all you can do. Your ventures, your businesses that you're talking about owning, your podcast, your YouTube channel. It's not a waste of time. It's all about dedication. You got to keep on going. Keep the pace. It's not a sprint. It's the race of life. And as long as you living, you in that race. So there's no need for you to go so fast. Where are you going? Why are you going so fast? You might need a moment to just regroup. And that's all right. Because I regroup. Because I'm sitting up here like, I have 3 videos that I can upload. And I haven't uploaded anything in 2 weeks. But I promise you, I'm just not uploading. If it don't look right to me, I'm okay. What, the YouTube police coming? Yeah, I know my channel was on the flat line like this. Nothing's been uploaded. But excuses is for weak people. What about that? Don't be like most people. Most people do a whole lot of stuff. Most people do this. Most people do that. Most people. Who are you? You are a unique person. You're not most people. Don't treat yourself like most people. Take a chance on yourself. It's okay. People are going to be there for you. You're going to have a tribe, and then you might not have a tribe. People will show you who they really are. Then what you going to do? Focus on your goals. Be specific as to what your goals are. Don't just say, oh, well, I want to be I don't know, I want to do hair. And you don't have a date in mind when you're going to start doing hair. Please get your dates together. Be specific. Be specific. Hey, you guys, if you are on here and you are a YouTube content creator and you can't figure out what to do, you can't figure out how to edit, you can't look, there is a little company called Fiverr, Fiverr, that you can go and get your stuff edited for little of nothing. Now, I'm talking to myself because one day I'm going to get, don't let me go to Fiverr one day and I find somebody that can really edit my videos the way I want them, the way I want them to be, the way I want them to look. It's over with. Because you can develop your own team. I don't have a team. Nobody cares. I don't have anybody to videotape for me. I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing going for my life. Look, yes, you do. You here to talk about it. That within itself is that within itself. Don't, y'all, I should have called this. Let me tell you, I should have called this. This is what the title should be. Don't let what you can't do stop you from what you can do. I'm trying to tell you. And the only reason why I don't want to turn on this portable air conditioner because it's so loud. Push through the pain. Push through the pain. Okay? Push through the pain. Hey, positive pusher. Hey, free spur. Everybody in here, you know what? Be committed. Y'all, I'm on one. I am so sorry. I am so on one when I tell you. I'm just on one. I'm just trying to send out some motivation today. to whoever wants to listen. Look. Sometimes you feel like you in a battle, you know? Like everything is just kind of like, hello, McFly, you know, like, hello. And you just feel like, but the battle was in your head. The battle is in your head. Are you a perfectionist? Everything had to be so perfect. I went on Facebook Live and sang a song the other day. I was sweating. I forgot some words. That's not usually how I roll. I have to have my hair done, and I have to have my everything, and then I gotta sing like I'm all professional. I am professional, but sometimes I don't want to do all of that. I just want to be me and sing the song, use the lungs and the voice that God gave me. I don't want to do all of the glamour Diana Ross. I don't want to do that all the time. Sometimes I just want to get up and sing a song. And that's what I did. But that's not usually how I am. I have to have everything perfect. Are you a perfectionist? Sometimes you feel like your procrastination is stifling your life. Sometimes it's procrastination, but sometimes it is the fact that you need to just stop for a minute and regroup. Sometimes we have had some trauma in our childhood, and we don't know that trauma has crept up into our lives. And here we are 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. And we are just, we display this behavior. And we don't even understand what the behavior is. It could come out as laziness. It can come out as procrastination. It can come out as meanness. It can come out as happiness. It can come out as condoning, and it can come out in so many ways, and we don't even know that we have been traumatized as a child. So that's the reason why we don't feel smart enough. That's the reason why we don't feel cute enough, handsome enough. That's the reason why we feel broke. Nobody's gonna love me. Nobody's gonna like me. Nobody's gonna like any of the stuff that I'm talking about. Nobody's gonna like anything that I'm saying. Nobody's gonna like anything that I'm putting out there. And that's because somebody, you don't know who it is. It might not have been your parents. It could have been an uncle, auntie. It could have been a teacher. Could have been some kids bullying you, whatever it is. But this childhood trauma, somebody done told you wasn't good enough. Somebody didn't give you the love that you thought that you deserved. Something happened in your childhood, and now here it is. It's manifesting itself in your adulthood. Here it is, and you don't even know. I don't know why I can't get up. I don't know why I can't do these things. It might be something happened to you, but don't let. I'm gonna keep saying it, y'all. Don't let what you can't do stop you from what you can do. Sometimes you're gonna have to do your own. You got to get your own chart. You know, when you go to the doctor, and you might have to go to the hospital, or you might have to go and see the doctor for a routine checkup, and then you know what they bring out? They take out a chart. They take out a chart and be like, okay, so here in your chart, it says that your hemoglobin is 12, your blood count, your red cells. So, yeah, you might have to do a chart for yourself. You're going to have to do your own workup. That's right. Find out why it is that you keep falling asleep. When people talk about certain things, you're not there. Or why is it that you don't show up for yourself? Why do you feel like you got to be this way or that way? Why is it that you haven't progressed in life? What is it that stopped? Why do you feel like you can't? You got to do your own workup. You got to do your own blood work. You got to find out your own red blood cells, your own white blood cells. You got to find out your A1C. You got to do your own chart. That means, hey, y'all, do y'all realize when I was growing up, there was no internet? Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. There was no internet. If you want to do a workup on yourself, all you got to do is go on YouTube. Find out childhood traumas. Why is it? Put it in the search engine. Google it. Why do I feel like I am never good enough? You might come to find out that somebody, some teacher, some kid, your sister, your brother, somebody said something to you that has just stuck with you. So now once you find out what it is, you're responsible. There's no need for you to continue in those bad habits of saying, I can't, I'm depressed, I can't, I don't want to, I can't, I don't understand. You understand now. Once you do your workup and you get your chart, it's time for you to stand up and show up for yourself. Every time you say, I can't do something, and then you think about it, well, it's because my Uncle Benny told me that I would never amount to nothing because my whole family can't read. Once you find out that that's the reason, that's what's been stopping you from leveling up, now you're responsible for that information. Now it's time for you to level up, and you got to start talking to your mind saying, shut up. That's Uncle Benny. That's what Uncle Benny said. Now, mind y'all, I don't have no Uncle Benny, but I'm just making an analogy. Everybody's like, dang, her Uncle Benny told her she wouldn't have. No, I do not have Uncle Benny. But I did have to do a workup. I had to do my own chart. I found out some things as to why I could not get to the next level. Now I'm responsible for I haven't uploaded. That's my fault. But I'm not just going to put anything out. Okay? Don't let the past break your future. Do you know what it means when something is broke? Usually when something is broke, it's no longer new. It's old. It don't work anymore. Whatever it was broke. Hey, the wonderful thing about a body is that everything, we can fix it. You say, oh, there's some things you can't fix. Well, you got to remember that you do reap what you sow. So if you don't put a whole lot of bad stuff in your body, sometimes you might not be able to fix some things. Sometimes you're going to have to ride the winds of all the bad decisions that you made. But don't be like, well, why God do this to me? Sometimes it might just not be anything. But remember, whatever is happening is not happening to you. It's happening for you. So you can be a better person. My son died 20 years ago. He died in 2000. It is 2020. He died 21 years ago. I know I'm a better person for that. I look at people and I look at children and I look at things quite differently if I didn't have that experience. It helped me as a person to understand that everybody has their own, just because they're ill or have an illness does not mean that they the same. They're just a normal person. They just have the illness. Some people be like, oh, look, oh, they got something coming out their head. Oh, you see that? Something coming. You know what? So what? Something come out somebody's head. That don't mean that they can't think. That don't mean that they're not a nice person. That don't mean that they're not doing great things. That don't mean anything. Thank you. What's that? Oh, thank you. Y'all know I can't see. Does it say Judy? Thank you, Judy. Hey, Kid Wonder. You know I'm always running your playlist. Hey, I just wanted to just come on here and just give some positive. Hey, Unc on here. I just wanted to give some positive affirmations, or just I just wanted to be positive. And I want y'all to put any pain that you have in an energy drink. Drink that energy drink and let's get it. Let's get it. Because pain is temporary, but dedication is forever. All right, I'm done talking. I'm done with the motivational speech. All those that's on here, you know, I didn't tell anybody I was coming on. So, hey, Whiteford, Positive Pusher, Fable, everybody. I appreciate everybody so much for coming on. Joanne, hey, Jaden, Hanny. I just wanted to give everybody some quick motivation, and let's not let anything that's going on in our mind stop us from focusing on what we need to do for ourselves, because we just need to be the best version of ourselves we can be, and whatever that means. And I'm going to tell you what it means for me. That means that I got to accept the fact that I am here, and accept the fact that I don't have to just accept anything. I don't have to just live any kind of way, you know. I'm not going to be like a perfectionist where I have to make sure that my hair is done and I have to have my makeup on just so, and my car got to be a certain way, and my everything has to be just right and everything. I'm not going to be that kind of way. But I do realize that if I want things to be a certain way, I have to be organized. I can't be wandering around here wondering where everything is at. I gotta be organized. I be the part, dress the part that you want to be. Be how you want to be. Have you ever seen somebody and you say, "Oh, I wish I could be like that"? Well, what's stopping you? I'm not trying to say don't love yourself, because see, people start getting things all twisted. That's not it at all, because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that sometimes we all aspire to do certain things. And sometimes other people give us that motivation, and we might look into another person's life and say, "Oh, I love the way they do their garden." But then when you go outside in your garden, it looked like the Addams Family. If you want your garden to look nice, then take the time out to be the best version of yourself you can be. That's all I'm trying to say. Some of y'all don't even know who the Addams Family is. That's what I'm laughing at. Do you know who the Addams Family is? You guys, I'm not going to stay on here long. I really appreciate all of you for coming in. I am going to close it out by just saying, look, I'm changing my focus from, well, actually, I'm adding to my focus to my channel. My channel is now going to be fashion, passion, and motivation. I'm going to always be a motivator because I need the motivation for myself. So, Unc, you need to start making sure that you do that motivation. You need to send the motivations out like you did before. Because every morning you would do that motivation. And there's some podcasts that I listen to, something called the Daily Boost. And there's another guy named Scott Smith, if I'm not mistaken. He has a podcast, and another guy named Dean somebody. Let me see. Woo. Let me see. Pete There's a guy named Pete Cohen. There's a guy named, I don't know what his name, Rob Dial, and he's the mindset mentor. So if you need any type of like motivation in the mornings, you can get up after you do your scripture and you meditate on that. You can get up and you can go to a podcast, and goodness, you can go to a podcast and you can get some motivation like that. So thank y'all for coming. I wasn't going to be on here long. How many minutes have I been on here? 37. That's enough. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Hold on. I got to say something. You always, what day is it? Ooh. Hi, Whiteford. I'm about to get off in a minute. I'm just checking something. Because sometimes you have to give yourself a little boost and see. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that, because I just had to come on and say a few things. Good night, everybody. I'll see you soon. I know. Where's my specs? I don't even know. Good night, everyone.